Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pius Odhiambo, and I am the founder and vision bearer of Kiswahili Tekelezi. I was born, raised, and received my early education in Western Kenya, in the east coast of Africa. I've changed my profession 4 times. I started working as a granary stroke papyrus craftsman, a trade I inherited from my late grandfather. Later, after receiving my high school education, I got a job in the hotel industry in Nairobi, courtesy of my cousin Morris, who adopted me and trained me as a cook. I had to abandon this trade halfway when I was admitted to Kenyatta University to train as a physics teacher. A couple of years ago, I left teaching and started working as a data engineer. Very soon, I will be retiring peacefully to start working as a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship is an approach by individuals, groups, startup companies, or entrepreneurs in which they develop, fund, and implement solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues. The core business of Kiswahili Tekelezi is teaching Kiswahili to children of African immigrants in diaspora. Kiswahili Tekelezi will also mentor them to become responsible citizens. It is for this reason that we are gathered here today for the third time to speak on how this can be achieved. Today, I will be naming Mr. Michael John Halwale Ahendera from Nairobi, Kenya, as a volunteer principal of Kiswahili Tekelezi Weekend School. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Hendera in this important appointment. I will connect him to Odilia Ayanchi Okonga from Bonn, a small city in the border of Netherlands and Germany. She is the last born in the Kiswahili Tekelezi family as at today. Odilia has successfully run a weekend school teaching the people of Netherlands Kiswahili and African culture. She is an accomplished author too. We won't mind, if our resources permit, sending Mr. Hendera there for a benchmarking mission. Besides teaching Kiswahili to children of immigrants from 8 countries in Africa, that is Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, DR Congo, Mozambique, and South Africa, that have embraced the speaking and teaching of Kiswahili. Kiswahili Tekelezi has adopted 10 schools in rural Kenya to enable them strengthen the implementation and teaching of Kiswahili. A couple of weeks ago, Mr. John Yuya from Busia, Kenya was named the volunteer CEO of Odiado Hills Independent School District, otherwise known as Odiado Hills ISD. Through this program, Kiswahili Tekelezi will professionally convert the 10 schools into one digital academy. This is a pilot project that is meant to supplement the great job the teachers are doing in those schools. Kiswahili Tekelezi will work with the community where these schools are located, the government officers in charge of those schools, and bring in a new approach in managing primary schools in a world order disrupted by COVID-19 pandemic. This is going to be a prototype project that will lead to adoption of more schools in rural Kenya, as well as the 8 countries that speak Kiswahili in Africa, subject to the availability of funds. I salute folks in my village. Here in America we call them cities. I salute folks in my city of Kakara or Luero for seeing it necessary to donate 4 acres of land for this project. Kiswahili Tekelezi has already started developing the land, and very soon you will start seeing children from 4 schools without playground in the neighborhood using it to play. Through help from well-wishers in the network of Kiswahili Tekelezi, the land is going to be converted into an international sports center and later Kiswahili Tekelezi International Leadership Academy that will offer free, holistic, secondary education to children that have been victims of poor teaching in Kiswahili from all the 7 countries that speak Swahili. At the Leadership Academy, Kiswahili Tekelezi intends to teach Kiswahili, technology, leadership, health, nutrition, agriculture, and sports, athletics, and comedy, besides the official curriculum offered by the government. I therefore call upon each one of you to become creative and every year be attending Kiswahili Tekelezi International Show here in Washington, D.C. to inform the world about any project that needs funding in the domains identified. As a show, we will match you with potential investors. Our children who are learning Kiswahili will use Kiswahili Tekelezi International Sports Center when they make their maiden trip to Africa. Later on, they will be spending 3 months internship at the Leadership Academy as they sample the rich culture Africa has to offer. Yes, after the COVID-19 pandemic is gone, I intend to lead a team of at least 300 young Americans with roots from Africa to come and see how our folks have been using technology since 500 years ago. I will take them to places like Thimlich Oinga in Migori, Kenya. I will take them to Makerere University in Uganda and Tarime in Tanzania, and many more other places. Kiswahili Tekelezi also intends to adopt places of worship in rural Kenya to assist them have strong ministers who can competently communicate in Kiswahili as they offer essential services to the communities in rural Kenya where Kiswahili has been neglected. Kiswahili Tekelezi is open to assisting places of worship with robust IT systems that can enable them offer essential services at this time of COVID-19 pandemic. Finally, Kiswahili Tekelezi intends to adopt airlines so that when you board a plane from Africa, at least the airlines can have the courtesy to do translation in Kiswahili. Kiswahili is the official language of the African Union, and therefore as Africans, we must be proud of speaking it wherever we go. This is the 3rd time we are gathered here through Kiswahili Tekelezi Conference to talk about Kiswahili. When I talk about Kiswahili Tekelezi Conference, kindly allow me to let you know that I want you to have the picture of Oprah Winfrey Show of the United States or Churchill Live Show of Kenya. I am looking forward to that day when Kiswahili Tekelezi will appear on CNN or Christian media as Kiswahili Tekelezi Show of Africa. We are Africans and Africa is our business. Kiswahili Tekelezi is privileged to have attracted the best Kiswahili experts in the world. One of such professionals is Professor Leonard Mwaka, who is the chairperson of the Department of African Languages and Culture at Howard University in Washington, D.C. in the United States. Please help me thank Professor Mwaka for accepting to work with Kiswahili Tekelezi as a volunteer. I also wish to congratulate Howard University for having such a powerful department. Can our universities in Africa start working with Professor Mwaka to offer courses in African languages? If Howard University is offering Kiswahili, what excuse can University of Kabianga in Kericho, Kenya give for not offering Kalenjin, Kamba, Luo, Kikuyu, etc., and yet the demand is great? At the moment, Kiswahili Tekelezi does not have any funding, but with the help of Professor Mwaka, Kiswahili Tekelezi is very keen to work in partnership with Howard University to convert Kiswahili Tekelezi Conference into a show to enable Kiswahili Tekelezi raise funds for its activities worldwide. After COVID-19 pandemic is gone, Kiswahili Tekelezi Conference will start generating income through conference tourism. When Kiswahili Tekelezi invites representatives from all governments and private institutions in 8 countries that speak Kiswahili in Africa to come to Washington, D.C. to talk about globalization of Kiswahili, we intend to build those institutions to enable us raise funds, run the adopted schools, build sports centers, and empower places of worship in Africa. After talking about all these, honorable ladies and gentlemen, I wish to introduce you to Kiswahili Tekelezi, the app. I know there are many apps out there like Uber, Lyft, Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. Kiswahili Tekelezi app is an app meant for mentorship using Kiswahili. At this point, kindly allow me to hand over to another volunteer, Professor David Monda from the City University of New York, who is also a regular contributor to the Voice of America Swahili Service, to invite honorable men and women of the Kiswahili Tekelezi family. They will be asking for your permission to allow Kiswahili Tekelezi to start rolling out this ambitious plan with effect from January 2021 in your communities worldwide. Thank you, and may God bless you.